because there we go. I'm gonna upload these to YouTube. So brief recap, a huge shout out to Richard Carter for this topic. And the topic is, what has made you tough it out so many years at this job? In my situation, well, before I get started, if anybody wants to jump in, again, the link is it's a Zoom link in the group. And let me go ahead and share my screen so that we can also get on the Madness page. Ooh, look at that. Who's that? So see, this is actually the page. And see, all the recordings are there. So that makes it, I think we'll just keep it like that, because that makes it badass where you can just go there. We got 4.4 star rating for nothing, just for being badasses. It's a cool group, man. You gotta give it props. It's a cool group. Oh, have you guys seen this video? Everybody make one. This is an old school. And we did pull it, but I don't think it's in the group. The full video is in the group, but this was just like a little sneak peek. That's me right there. That's my boy Cisco and Rodrigo. He about to pull that. Oh, damn. I should have put up the whole video. Anyways, this is the group. This is the page. All right, so here's the group. I'll just leave it here. I got a notification too, something about Cody Buhady something. I wish Cody would jump on this call, man. I really do wish Cody would jump on this call. I got a notification about him doing something. Oh, he commented. So Cody Buhade, and if you guys don't know Cody, you guys are missing out. He says he hasn't quit because he's simply the best and his boss loves him. This guy's a freaking legend, man. If you guys don't know Cody, y'all missing out. And if you know, you know. All right, man, so let me hop on to the point. And I do have 7 watchers, so thank you guys for watching. Okay, so why have we toughed it out so many years at this job? Well, I know everybody has their own situation, but in my case, I guess I gotta get started with how I started. When I started this was in 2009, early 2009. I was going back and forth between building pools and doing the sheetrock, because I was building pools full time. Well, not building, but helping build pools, swimming pools. And you guys remember 2009 was a pretty bad year for business. I had been doing swimming pools for 2 to 3 years, and it was decent. I liked it, but work slowed down. And in the meantime, I found a temp company that sent me to a drywall yard. And I was going back and forth between the drywall yard and the pool company. If the pool company wouldn't have work, I'd go to the drywall yard and etc. I did that for about four months maybe. And then eventually the pool work picked up, and I told the drywall yard, like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not gonna be able to keep coming anymore. And then they ended up offering me a full-time job a week later. That's how I got into business. So a reason that I preferred that over pools is because at the pool business, I had to travel a lot. And as probably most of the yards are local doing drywall deliveries. I know there's some yards that travel to another cities for a few days, but that's a special situation. And so that was 2009. we're in 2022, 13 years ago. And it started out, the reason I stayed for the first couple years, first of all, was job security, because we had just gotten out of that damn 2007, 2008 recession. And at that time, really, man, I was just thankful to have a job. I remember in those times how we had like a stack of applicants, of people wanting to get a job, and there just wasn't any. I mean, they hesitated so much to hire me. I kept telling them, like, come on, guys, give me a full-time job, and they wouldn't do it until I was about to leave, and they ended up giving me a full-time job. So that's how bad it was in early 2009. Well, fast forward 5 years, I guess, when we realized, the recession was definitely over. I started getting good at booming. I started liking it, started getting used to it. It was 5 minutes from my house. And the money was getting better and better. When I first started, I think I was making, now this is starting pay, I was probably like 40 or 50,000 a year. And as I progressed, the paychecks got better and better and better. And then also, it's not that the job got easier, but I was learning how to do it more and more and more. Like, I was learning little tricks here and there. And then sometimes, even though it was hard, like I just wanted the challenge of being able to do it. And, just that little pride in us that tells us like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna let this damn drywall kick my ass. So that's the reason why I ended up staying. So it turns out about 8 years in, I'm burned out, man. I'm just burned out. I'm tired. And during that time, we were doing a lot of apartment work, a lot of 5H54s. I mean, we hauled 5H54s for like 2 years straight. I know TJ Anto can, oh, by the way, congrats, TJ. TJ was working with me on the truck. He moved to the office probably about 3 years ago, maybe. And then he became dispatch, and now he's working on sales. So congrats to that, TJ. That was some good news I heard today. So TJ can attest to that. Dominique McClurkin can also attest to how much damn 5H54s we were hauling. So I was like, man, that's it. I'm done with this. I left. I got a job at a landscape / hardscape company building backyard patios, which was kind of up my alley because building swimming pools, I worked a lot with concrete and paver work. So it was kind of up my alley. And then I got a good position, just pretty much leading the crew. And it was pretty good. The pay was decent, kind of matching what I was making at the drywall yard, but I only lasted for 1 month. The reason I ended up coming back to drywall is because, well, first of all, the drywall yard would call me because they knew I wouldn't work in rainy days. So in rainy days, they gave me the opportunity to go back and juggle between, my full-time hardscape job. And when it was rainy, they called me like, yo, like, you want to take a run or two out? So, I wasn't going to sit at home. So yeah, I would go back and forth. That's what it was too. I didn't completely cut ties with the company. I mean, the people working there, they were still my friends. You just call, see how we were doing, shoot shit, So I would go back and forth, especially on rainy days. And so what really made me go back to the drywall yard was one day when the time was going to change. And hold on a second, let me let Mike in here. I think I'll let Mike. What's up, baby? I don't know if I let you in or not, but you should be in there. If you are, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and turn on that camera, man, so we can see you. So anyways, Mike, I was telling them how I got to the point already where I left. I came back because the job that I was working at, we would work a lot of outdoors. And what happened was the time, the time changes, spring forward, fall back situation. I think it was spring when the time was going to change. And the guys that I was working with, the guys that I was leading, they got happy as hell that they were going to be able to work till 8 or 9 o'clock at night because that's when it got dark. And I was like, holy shit, like these guys are excited that they're going to pump in like goddamn 70 hours a week because they did this Monday through Saturday. The first Saturday I worked with them, I'm so used to drywall. If we work Saturdays, we only work till about maybe 1 or 2 o'clock. These guys wanted to go full hammer till 6, 7 o'clock on Saturday. So I was like, you know what, man, like this is not for me, man. And the equivalent of all those hours too was also the same to my paycheck at the drywall yard because we get paid hours plus production. So it would match, my paycheck would match, but the difference was that I was going to be working, 10, 15, 20 more hours a week at the hardscape company. So I was like, okay, yeah, I think this was a small step back for what I had going on in the moment. And I decided to come back, which I think it was a good decision because I've grown a lot personally, like certain situations that have made me get over a lot of things. And I definitely saw that I was just burned out and I was happy to come back. And ever since I came back, I came back with like a thankful attitude that I have that job, that it pays well, that it's beyond secure because once you learn how to boom, you can go into any city and basically have a job the next day. So that's one of the reasons I've stayed there. So I guess to top it all up is, and also the company I work for, man. I work for LNW in Charlotte, and we have bomb ass benefits. It's a really good yard to work at, and that makes it. That's like the cherry on top of the pie. That's one of the reasons I've stayed at it so long. So, Mike, are you there?
I'm here, man.
What's up, baby?
Not much, chilling.
Man, I'm pouring out my heart and soul to these
I
guys.
hear it.
Here, man.
I hear it.
I gotta put the violin music right here in the background. What's up, man? How was today?
Today was all right, man. We didn't do a whole lot of work, but I got one of the trucks in the shop. Mm-hmm. It's happy. It'll come back soon.
Yeah, that's just prepping it for the big days.
Yeah, definitely.
We had a it was a long day, but we didn't do much because you saw how we got stuck. So that took up about 2.5 hours of our day. So we came back to the shop and they gave us like a little like three lift house. So that just to burn up the day. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I seen that tow truck showed up fast.
Yeah, we were surprised. It probably took them maybe about 40 minutes. See, the thing too, Mike,
40 minutes?
Yeah. We weren't right in Charlotte. We were, there's a town about 30 minutes away from Charlotte. It's called, it's like Clover where we were at. And out there, like, there's nothing going on, man. Like, that guy was, he said, I guess because since he wasn't like a big company, he didn't have to go through all these protocols that all these companies have to go through. That guy just showed up ready to work. So I was like, hell yeah. It was one of them country folks just ready to do it. And he got straight to business, got us out quick.
Yeah, we got a guy like that around here. Like when I break down, we call him. Dude's usually on it.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah, you need people like that, man. Hey, Mike, so anyways, man, I just told these guys why I'm stuck at this so long, man. What's made you stay out there for so long, man, other than all the damn fun you have with that boom?
Just born into it, man. Father did it, grandfather did it, uncles still do it, we do it.
Yeah.
Did get out for a little bit. I did go do some bridge work for about 2 years.
Bridge.
And that was all right. Yeah, pouring concrete on the bridges.
Okay.
And that was cool and all, but come wintertime, they lay you off and you don't know when you're coming back. It might be April, it might be June.
Yeah.
So you collect unemployment and hope for the best. That's not us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that's one of the reasons why I guess you got to be like cut a certain way to do this kind of work, because number one, like you got to be a hard worker to do this shit, you know?
Oh yeah, there ain't no slack in this. You get your slack days. Don't get me wrong. Everybody gets them. You get your set off days and you celebrate. But for the most part, you got to get gone and be done. That's it.
Yeah.
Can't screw around. Can't stop and have some Denny's breakfast. You got to get in the truck, get there, stop at the gas station, get your hot dog or pizza or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, man. I went through a stage where I was doing that. Like, so I've basically been footage pretty much since I started working the drywall, but there was like a year probably where I think this was right before I left that I was just burned out, man. And I kind of didn't give a crap anymore. So we slowed it down a lot. I would be making all those stops. Before I go, I mean, we'd stop at Waffle House before we go to the first stop. You know what I mean?
No, man, I've been there. And usually I get the wintertime blues. And
that's probably what it is, man. Because yeah, when it's cold and rainy, stuff's just not working out.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm bad too. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows Mike's bad in the cold. Like, come summertime, I'll get out the truck. I'm ready to go, grab a leg pad, start unstrapping. Wintertime, It's like, all right, man, your legs are down. The truck's unstrapped. You gonna get out? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. 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 Forget that cold, man.
No, it ain't no fun. Ain't no fun. And I'm that dude in the Carhartts and the extra sole boots, and I got my beanie on and my earmuffs. I'm that dude. I don't care. I don't like the cold.
Yeah.
And then 15 minutes later, you're stripping.
You know, one of the bad things too. Yeah, that's the bad thing is that you're right in the truck. You know, you're all right, but then you start working, you start sweating. Especially if you got a big job, you start sweating. Then the clothes starts coming off, and when it's time to go, now you're all wet, and now you got to get it in the damn truck again. Now it's just like you're all wet in the damn winter.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to throw all the dunnage off. You got sweat pouring off you from just getting done. Get in the truck, you turn the heat on, then you turn it off, then you turn it back on, and then somebody rolls down a window, and then you turn the heat back on.
Yeah. Mike, so why do you think a lot of other guys just stick around for so long, man? Because there's guys that the guys that don't last, they kind of right away they'll fire themselves within 1 or 2 months. But then the guys that do last, hell, been doing it for forever.
I think a lot of it has to do with the freedom of the job. You don't have someone looking at you the whole time. You can work at your pace, like you said. Some days you want to stop. Some days you just want to keep going. So it's you and the crew that gets to decide what your day is going to be like. So you get that kind of freedom. I mean, of course, you got dispatch on you. You got to get this done. You got to get this done. So you still have some management, but you don't have like a guy coming out of his office every 8 minutes and checking on you, making sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Plus, you could still have some fun at this job. It's not like it's a factory job where you're just stuck at one station doing the same thing over and over and over again. You get different scenery, different places to check out. You know, every job's a new challenge.
Yeah, that's right too. I hadn't thought of that neither. It's just, I mean, I don't want to say you control your time or whatever, but you do control situations. Like, you can decide if you want to be in and out of a job site and make it happen and get out quick. And then you're not really controlled by a clock. You're just more controlled by situations, which kind of makes the days go by faster.
Yeah. If you know what your schedule is and you run your schedule down, that's on you to do it. It ain't on nobody else. And just like today, you had the little thing where you got a little hung up because you slid over. That's a new challenge, baby. You learned something today.
Yeah. And you know what, man, that sucks that we got stuck like that, because it wasn't that bad of the landscape. It just wasn't that bad. If it were dry, we would have been in and out.
Oh, yeah, it was just slick.
Yeah, and the problem is just like a small slope. And it wasn't even, it was just one small hill. And that hill just didn't let those rear wheels go past it. It just kept going down towards the woods.
I was in the same boat a couple days ago. And luckily, by this much, the back tires were on just enough gravel to when put the legs away, put the boom away, put it in reverse and let off, it grabbed. Because I wasn't sure if it was going to. And if it didn't grab, well, it was going to be a bad afternoon.
Yeah, that happens, man. That happens.
Plus, you get to teach new guys stuff, younger crowd, you know. They got to learn how to do this stuff. They got to learn how to boom. They got to learn how to do this. So you get that role too.
Yeah, that's also true. And see, the guy that was driving the boom truck, he has been on the boom probably not even a year, and he hasn't really had too much experience like driving on mud and doing all that crazy shit. Where, you know, like you said, we gotta talk to him, train. Like I told him where to pull up, because usually I just grab the truck and pull in, like.
Yep.
But I'm also thinking, like, you know, I got to start giving this guy a chance and let him kind of try to figure it out. So I told him where to set the truck at, which he did good. But then I also knew that there was a chance he could get stuck going out or not. And unfortunately, he got stuck. And I'm not saying it's his. I could have got stuck going out.
Anybody could have got stuck right there, because that's not
I just wanted him to get that. You know, just understand how that crap works.
Yeah, I've been there. My brothers have been there. Everybody's been there.
Yeah, except
you learn from it.
This truck hasn't been there.
See, it's a whole new game for it today. It learned something new too. It's like, all right, I can't play around on this slick mud.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like you said, hell, there's been jobs where I pulled in and everything's fine. And then the sun will come up. And now I'm stuck. Because now it all melted. Or you pull in and it rains. Guess what? You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's how that happened to me one time too. Which was, ooh, they took this picture down. That's funny. Sometimes you can you see the screen, Mike?
Yeah, I see it.
So this guy put this, you know, it's a badass picture right here.
Yeah.
And then I guess this guy also wanted to show off his load, but then I tried clicking on it and it's not available anymore. So we just put him on blast.
He's all right.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You can't tell the company name either.
No, he's all right. Those are both good loads. That's another thing right there, like that stack of board. A lot of other jobs, you ain't got time to show pride in your work. This, you can show pride in your work. You can say, I did this and I did it right.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I had to tell the guys that I was working with today. We were stocking so you know when we got stuck, we had that second stop. It was a townhome, and it's half-inch board. And I turn over and look, and it's not looking right. I stop and I fix it, and I tell the guys, like, guys, come on, man, this is half-inch. Like, this shit shouldn't be looking like that.
No, no. See, you get to take that. You get to take that role and go, look, man, we got to make this look right. We got to do right. If we do right, the customer comes back, we still got a job tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So to a lot of people, I think that's common sense, but then a lot of people, I don't think they see that, man.
Some markets, it doesn't matter. Some places, it really don't.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Mike, like, you know, Charlotte's a busy market, but so when I started, the guy that taught me how to, you know, work, he didn't really care about straight stacks. So I didn't care neither, because I thought, like, hey, you know, he's doing this shit, like, he's teaching me and this is how they do it. I just thought it was normal. Yeah. So I go months and months of just stocking board, like just dropping it. Our thing was just drop it fast. So one day, one of our competitors we're stocking some apartments, and then they're across the street and they're stocking apartments. So I had to walk past there just for X reason, I forgot why. And I walked past their units, and man, their stacks look beautiful. And I walk in there, I look at that, and I'm like, why the hell do our customers buy from us when they can be getting this type of work?
Exactly.
That was exactly what came through my mind, man. So from that moment on, I started, you know, and then especially when I started running my own truck, then I made sure that that's how the stacks look. And you get paid more too, man. You really do.
Yeah.
Not immediately, but on the long run, your boss doesn't want you working for anybody else if you're doing that kind of work.
No, and you get to work for a better company. There are some companies that, you know, they just don't care. Like you said, they get it in, they get out. They're cheap. That's what you're paying for. That's what you're going to get. But you get an old time guy, man, and he sees stacks like that, he'll call. I've had guys call.
Yeah.
I've had guys call and go, I seen your truck down the road. Why is this like this? No. We stocked the other house. That was a completely different company. It had nothing to do with me or my customer.
Hey, man, let me tell you something crazy that happened like maybe a year and a half ago, or 2 years maybe, because it was in the winter, and I'm sure it wasn't last year. We stocked it was probably like a 24 unit apartment building. It was a burn down, Mike. This building burned down, like, you know, existing complex, and that building burned down. They rebuilt it, we stocked it, and the guys that were stocking it, I was booming because I had the seat, and there was 3 guys in there stocking, and they were doing what you just talked about, like they didn't do a good job stocking that. They just dropped board wherever, blocked doors, and then the customer called and complained about it. Well, our boss told us, like, tomorrow morning, you guys are gonna go fix that. So like, all right, cool. Like, we'll go touch it up. How about that damn building burned down that night?
No.
The whole damn building burned down.
Dude, somebody hated that guy.
Dude. Yeah. So we didn't have to go back and fix it. But that's crazy, man.
Yeah. I've never had one of the buildings I done burned down, but I've had ones like next door houses and stuff and go, damn, that was the easy house. I went back and did that one. But no, I ain't never been like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
2 in a row, that's crazy.
That was wild, yep.
Damn. So how you getting on with this automatic stuff in these trucks, man? You liking it or no?
The automatic what?
Transmissions.
I like it, Mike. It doesn't bother me because we're in the city, so I'm more like my thing is I'm more on the road than I am stuck on mud, you know. But so see, this was our picture today. This is the one where
Yep. You could look at it and go, that's just greasy.
we got stuck because so see, look, first of all, I had him pull up just enough to where we can reach the basement, like no more than needed. And you can already tell right there where he parked right there.
Yep. I showed that to Alex today, and I said, see, this was us on Friday, but we got lucky. We just had just enough of the rear diffs on that gravel to have them grab.
Yeah. So, but see, the problem here, Mike, is that like you see this gravel is only right here. It ends right there.
Yeah.
So from right there back is mud, and the truck ended up right here up against this tree.
Yep.
And even though we had chains, we hooked it up to this one, and it just kept going down that way.
Nah, if you ain't got the weight to get it out, it ain't going. You got to have something the same size or bigger to get you out.
Yeah, so that's what happened today.
But it was only a 40-minute holdup. That ain't bad. I've waited on guys, man, and that's one of the main reasons why I ain't even allowed to use damn tow trucks no more. I got buried once, called a tow truck. 4 hours before I seen the man. 4 hours.
Man. Yeah. So, I mean, we've been there too. We've been in situations like that where we had to wait a long time.
We walked it from the road up the steps, stocked the whole house, and was still waiting on dude.
Damn.
And it was my partner's fault too, because I told him, I said, if we get up to the hubs, stop me. So I just kept going and going and going. And next thing I know, the truck stops. And I'm like, all right, put it in reverse. Ain't going nowhere. Get out. Buried. I'm like, dude, you were supposed to stop me like a long time ago. Oh, I thought it was going to be okay. Damn.
Yeah. Well, we again, that's the learning situations.
That was way back when. Me and Rusty Boggs.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I had told, I don't know if you saw in the post, I'm going to send you some stickers, man. I forgot last time, I put it up on the post in the other group where, anybody that jumps in, I'll send you guys some stickers. Jose jumped in with me last time. I got his right here. Look, I'm gonna send you guys some.
Now I missed last week. We had to go pick up this. We're redneck. I had to go pick up this pickup truck for my uncle.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we do.
That's cool. This is just so I'm gonna remind the guys that are watching us, like these cars right here, man, like they're just to have fun, shoot shit, entertain ourselves, and network with other operators, man. Learn something new,
I've learned stuff off of this page. And I'm hard-headed as can be. You can't teach me nothing. I know it all, like most of us. So
yeah. You think you know it all, but then you see some new shit, and even if at this point, I think it's a lot of little things now. Because at first it was pretty big, like something big that I learned here that has saved my ass a lot of times is when you flip over the metal so that if it's like this fat, it flips over like this, and then you just set it on the carts, and that long metal, man, I learned that in the group. That has saved our back 100 times probably.
No, I've learned watching these boys do a lot too. Even splitting lifts on the truck with the forks. I never thought about that before. And I watched that and went, I can't believe I've been doing this long. Never thought about doing it with the forks.
Yeah, that's another thing too. And it helps out in certain situations, not every day, but any little bit counts.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I think, like at this point you can't learn, it's hard to learn something huge, but it's just little things you keep adding on to the tool bag, and they make the days go by quick.
Yeah, right there. That's Alex. He called me up. He goes, "Hey man, my buddy, he got a junkyard down the road and their forklift's broke. Can I take the boom?" Yep. See you. Bye. Go have fun.
Man, heck yeah. Yeah, we saw that. I saw that last week. I was like, oh man.
Gotta help the boy out.
You haven't done anything else crazy with a boom lately, Mike?
Not lately, man. We've been slow and trying to keep work going and trying to get this damn truck in the shop. Finally, we got it in the shop. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, winter's not over yet. Yeah. Give me some time.
Yeah, that's right. Heck yeah. All right, Mike. Well, shoot, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. It's been, last time I saw it was over 35 minutes. All right. I want to keep these about, I think 45 minutes is a good.
Yeah. And hopefully more people will come jump in, man.
Yeah, especially because hell, we can go on and it feels like I have said nothing. We can go on and talk about this shit for hours and hours.
I know.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about. It's just one thing after another. Mm-hmm. Every
day is a new adventure, my friend. Every day.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. All right, Mike. Well, shoot, I'm gonna go ahead and check out. And Mike, I'm gonna shoot you an IM so I can get your address. I'm pretty sure it's in our IMs, but I gotta go way back. So
it's cool, man. I hit it up.
It'll be easier if you just send it over to me.
All right.
That way I can shoot them over tomorrow. Yeah. All right, Mike. Well, shoot, man. Thanks for jumping in. And once again, this is our second call. The topic was what has made you tough it out so many years at this job. Thanks, Mike, for joining, and hope to see some of you guys next week, man.
All right. Good luck.
All right, Mike.
Later.
Later.